Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at some of those agreements, right, that we all should look forward to. Perhaps now, once UK made a decision to take matters in its own hands, and in particular when it comes to some of the control and to its border security, perhaps trade, just to name a few areas, right? Perhaps there would be more agreements that the UK would look into entering and would have more control over what kind of agreements and terms of those agreements, right? So that would be perhaps partly when it comes to trade, operating as a business and or generating value for large groups of people who yourself might be interested in looking forward to. Within this video, I'm going to be taking a look at SPTPP agreement, or in other words, it's the comprehensive. Okay. They just want to make it more, more hard when it has to be. And the comprehensive and progressive agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. So it's overall Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. It's the only thing what it needs to be. So again, we're just having too much fun up there. Those people who are signing and coming up with those names. Let's delve a little bit deeper when it comes to trying to understand some of those agreements and what kind of implementations those agreements might have when it comes to particular areas, right? Myself, I'm interested in trade, but it not necessarily needs to be limited to trade. Trans-Pacific Partnership is a trade agreement that encompasses a broad range of economic and trade related provisions. Let's delve a little bit deeper and try to understand briefly, or perhaps just scratch the surface about some of those agreements and what they're looking to accomplish with some of those agreements when it comes to trade. The SPTPP includes 11 members, countries located around specific realm, right? So all those countries, right? For whatever reasons, you came there, which is great. Those 11 countries are Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, Vietnam. For whatever reason, US decided to leave this agreement, right? So US is not there anymore. So that would be a part one. Number two, trade liberalization. Okay, is something that we're looking to accomplish with some of those agreements, right? One of the primary objective of S or CPTPP, again, why they need to make it so difficult, is to liberalize trade among member countries. This involves it's not only me who thinks it's difficult. Some of the people in parliament, so where I have heard people discussing some of those trade agreements, they even acknowledging that some of those names, if they want to go with the letters, great. Keep it simple. Don't make it too hard, right? For others, quoting or referring to this agreement. I'm saying these people are having too much fun. Some of those people are having way too much fun. Comprehensive. Why you need to see in that? Why you need comprehensive? Waste of everyone's time. This involves the reduction or elimination of tariffs on other trade barriers on a wide range of goods and services. So we're looking to reduce those. Let's progress to number three. The same person who in my previous videos I mentioned comprehensive. So it's people who put in those kind of agreements. If they use words like comprehensive, I cannot do business with those kind of people. Waste of everyone's time. I already can tell that those people haven't done anything in their life, and in particular when it comes to putting together some of those agreements and making unnecessary complicated. So someone who can put when it comes to legal protection about legal or intellectual property, right? Usually it takes about 3 sentences. Some people would expand that to 9 pages. So this is the same people who expand some of those agreements to 9 pages. So from this kind of business activities, nobody would be interested in doing business with some of those people, comprehensive people. Number three, market access. The agreement provides improved market access to exports and businesses by lowering or removing tariffs and other restrictions. This facilitates increased trade and investment flows between member countries. So we're looking to achieve. I'm not entirely sure if these administration people who putting these kind of agreements in the first place are working with the best interests in mind, comprehensive people. Number four, the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Let's make it things already complicated. For people who are not doing anything, perhaps they're looking for some challenges with putting together some of those comprehensive things together. If they're looking challenges to their life, do they need they need to go in the gym, lift some weights. If you're looking for some stress or perhaps the reduction of that stress, business doesn't need to be more difficult than it already is in doing business. That's my own personal feedback about putting together or reading some of those agreements unnecessarily difficult. For perhaps even when we talk about perhaps expanding and doing business, they should look to make things easier, not making things harder than it has to be. Trans-Pacific Partnership includes rules of origin criteria, which determine the eligibility of products for preferential treatment. To benefit from reduced tariffs, goods must meet specific criteria. Of course, meet specific criteria. So again, of course, that's how they're trying to dominate and control. That's something relationship tips for people of the ensuring that they have substantial connections to the Trans-Pacific Partnership membership countries. Okay, I will make things a lot easier. So some of those people don't have, from what I understand, has no idea what they're doing. Number five, intellectual property protection. The agreement establishes standards for intellectual property protection, including patents, trademarks, copyright, trade secrets. Okay, this is how they defined it in four different areas. It aims to create more of the standard when it comes to intellectual property framework among member states. Okay, so it's something they're looking to establish and might be important. Okay, good. Number six, something that I have dealt in more detail recently, investment. The Trans-Pacific Partnership includes provision related to investment protection and dispute resolution. It provides framework for the treatment of foreign investors and their investments, along with mechanisms to resolve investment-related disputes. Perhaps it has something to do that more billis investment opportunities that I have covered. Perhaps that has something to do within this agreement and some of those investment opportunities, but I don't know. This is me trying to connect the dots. So there might be a lot of investment opportunities and building different projects and how you yourself you can be the person taking part in investing in some of those projects, right? Number seven, state-owned enterprises. The agreement addresses the role of state-owned enterprises in the economy, promoting fair competition and the level playing field for the business, including private enterprises. Okay, good. So we're looking to address that. So I know briefly about what they're referring when they're saying state-owned. So it's more about collaborating opportunities and the way how small businesses work when they're doing a lot of activities. They would establish state-owned enterprises, and perhaps state would pick up the bill, if that makes sense, and how we would build and structure, particularly in some of those countries where it can be very hard and costly, in particularly for little people get into business. Number eight, labor and environmental standards. The Trans-Pacific Partnership includes commitment to uphold labor rights and environmental standards. Member countries are expected to adhere to internationally recognized labor principles and environmental regulations. From that, we progress into number nine, e-commerce. The agreement includes provisions related to electronic commerce, ensuring the framework for digital trade that facilitates cross-border data flows, prohibits data localization requirements, and adherence other issues related to online trade. Okay, so we are acknowledging that data and data sharing perhaps has something to do with changing the name from SPTPP into trade-specific partnership only, and US leaving some of those agreements for whatever reason. Number 10, government procurement. The Trans-Pacific Partnership includes rules governing government procurement practices to promote transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination in the procurement of goods and or services by government entities. Great, we're looking to acknowledge that, in particular when it comes to fair trade. So we'll perhaps at least they looking to address some of those issues there, and particularly when it comes to more opportunities for everyone, right? And or those some of those opportunities and how they would be allocated to others, and making sure that the process is fair. Number 11 would be a dispute resolution. Mechanisms for dispute resolutions are included in agreement. These mechanisms allow member countries to address their and resolute disputes throughout consultations, mediation, and other agreements upon procedures. Okay, so even that, they're looking to address that. So, okay, this is what kind of agreements I think there should be more of when it comes to trade, in particular UK when taking part in a world stage and establishing their own agreements. Yourself, if you would like to learn more, I have published a book, Project Fifth Law. Within this book, I'm focusing a lot on body and everything what you yourself you would need to know about your body. If it's not something that you have dealt enough research to understand, that would be some of those areas, right? Including rest periods, working out, lifting weights, working against gravity, in order to place a lot of stress on your body so your body not necessarily would break, right? So it's not something that you were looking to do not go that far, but perhaps challenge yourself, right? As well as nutrition and everything what you're putting in your body to have enough energy, right? So it's three areas: recovery, working against gravity, as well as nutrition. So three areas, right? You can find this book in QR code in the corner or company's website below. Good that they I don't know. So when it comes to trade, some of the people and what kind of table they want to take a part in, and comprehensive, if they haven't already, it's good that they dropped it, right? As well as that's a waste of everyone's time, and I think I can tell who have taken a part and putting comprehensive in nonsensical matter, right? It makes no sense, in particular when it comes to doing business. Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, perfect. Three letters, it's music to my ears. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.